When following a recipe, we're often told to use certain techniques with spices, but rarely get an explanation of why they're important. Today, we're diving into the world of spices and exploring why techniques like toasting, grinding, and blooming can make such a big difference in flavor. Spices are powerful tools in cooking, and understanding them can truly elevate your dishes. But do these techniques actually change the flavor? For example, does toasting whole spices before grinding them really make a difference, or can you just use pre-ground spices? And is it worth blooming your spices in oil, or is adding them directly to the dish at the end good enough? Today, we'll answer these questions with a few simple experiments. The key to understanding spices lies in aroma molecules. The purpose of cooking with spices is to unlock these aromas and deliver them to your dish, where they combine with taste to create flavor. Here's a quick experiment to show why aromas are essential. Imagine a blueberry drink. It tastes like blueberry, right? But if you pinch your nose and take a sip, it tastes like plain water. Only when you release your nose can you sense the blueberry aroma, proving that flavor is really aroma plus taste. Taste itself is limited to 5 sensations: sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and umami. But our sense of smell has over 400 receptors capable of detecting over 1 trillion aroma combinations. This huge variety of aromas is why flavors in food can be so complex. The more we understand how aroma molecules work, the more we can use spices to create richer, more flavorful dishes. So, what are aroma molecules? Each spice has a unique combination of these molecules, creating a signature smell. For instance, cumin, rosemary, and vanilla each have distinct aromas because of their unique molecular makeup. These aromas are grouped into top notes, which are the first smells you notice, middle notes, which are the main aroma, and base notes, which are the lasting scent. Spices can have all 3 types, creating layers of flavor in cooking. Our first experiment compares toasted and untoasted spices. Toasting can change spices by altering their aroma molecules. When we toast, we're driving off some of the top notes and creating new flavors through the browning process. To test this, we toasted a batch of spices and left another batch raw, then ground them both. The difference in aroma is profound. The toasted spices have a warm, nutty depth, while the raw spices are bright and floral. Experiment 2. Testing toasted spices on chicken. Next, we applied the toasted and raw spice blends to chicken marinades. Both batches were marinated with the same ingredients except for the toasted or raw garam masala. After broiling, the toasted spice chicken had a smoother, more balanced flavor, while the raw spice chicken was more intense with a distinct, almost harsh aroma. This proves that toasting spices can soften and blend flavors for a more cohesive dish. Experiment 3. Blooming spices in a sauce. Now let's look at blooming spices. Blooming involves cooking spices in oil to release and enhance their aromas, which then infuse the entire dish. We made 2 identical sauces, one where we bloomed the spices in oil and one where we added them at the end. The bloomed sauce had a rich, well-blended flavor, while the unbloomed sauce was disjointed and overpowering. This highlights how blooming spices can create a balanced, full-bodied flavor in sauces. Experiment 4. Final dish comparison. For the final comparison, we plated dishes made with the optimized, toasted, and bloomed spices alongside those made without these techniques. The difference was clear. The optimized spices created a smoother, more cohesive flavor, while the unoptimized dish was sharper and less integrated. Small changes in spice preparation led to big changes in the final flavor. In conclusion, toasting your spices can make a remarkable difference in your cooking. By grinding your spices, you're unlocking the full potential of your spices and creating deeper, more complex flavors. Try blooming your spices and see how they elevate your dishes. Thanks for watching Into the Pantry. Don't forget to subscribe for more culinary tips and techniques.